So you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles, California? Well, hey, in this video, if you stick around, I'm going to show you how to not live in LA, but live in LA cities and suburbs surrounding LA proper. Let's do that now. So if this is your first time visiting this channel and you want to know everything about living in Los Angeles, California, then click that subscribe button below and tap on the bell so you can get instant notifications as to what's going on in Los Angeles. I'm Lori Lynn Failer, and I'm with Living in Los Angeles, California. Now, we get calls, texts, and emails every day from viewers just like yourself looking for help in moving to Los Angeles, and we love it. So whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days, just reach out to us by text, email, phone call, so we can help you make a smooth move to Los Angeles. As I said in this video, I'm going to show you how to not live in Los Angeles proper, but live in the cities and suburbs. We're going to go to a Google map now, and we're going to be looking at these suburbs. So here's Los Angeles. And I'll tell you, there are 88 cities in the Los Angeles County area. There are like 6 different districts. And let's get my marker. We're going to start with the north area. Get my little marker here. And here we are north of Los Angeles. And in this area, you have a lot of cities, but I'm basically going to talk about some of the main ones, such as Glendale, Burbank, La Cañada, Pasadena, South Pasadena. So let's start with Glendale. Right here's Glendale, and the Glendale area and surrounding cities there. It has one of the 4th largest malls in LA County. Brand Boulevard is there. You've got a lot of shops there. You have Porto's. If you've never heard of Porto's Bakery, look it up on the internet. Very famous, been in the family for years. I never go to Glendale without stopping in the bakery. Everything is fresh, fabulous, fabulous bakery. You've also got a couple studios there in Glendale as well. So backing up Glendale, because it's known as Glendale Burbank area, there's Burbank. It is home to the Hollywood Burbank Airport, also known as the Bob Hope Airport. A lot of studios are up here. You've got Walt Disney Studios, you've got Warner Brothers, you've got Netflix, you've got the animation studios up there. It's also kind of a very nostalgic town. You'll see a lot of old signs around from like the 60s, 70s. There's even a big boy restaurant there that's actually got the big boy out front, you know, with his hand up with the platter on it and the food and the drinks. Let's move on up to the La Cañada, La Crescenta area. You can see it backs up to the Angeles National Forest. It also sits in the Verdugo Mountains, and you have Eaton Canyon up in that area. A lot of people move to La Cañada because of the schools. These schools are so top-notch. They're way above the average school. Like I said, a lot of families move there. About 91% of the people that live there own their own home, and they do have families. It's also a great place if you're into the outdoors area, because as I said, you've got the Angeles National Forest there, you've got Verdugo Mountains there, you've got Eaton Falls. Same thing for Pasadena and Altadena down here. Same thing, you've got a lot of outdoor entertainment that you can go to up there. Speaking of Pasadena, famous Rose Bowl Stadium there. They also have the Rose Bowl Parade there every year on the 1st. They're at the stadium. They have concerts. UCLA calls this their home football field. They have Old Town Pasadena, very famous in Pasadena for their craftsman style homes as well. So if you work in downtown LA, as you can see right here, would be the way you go down from the 5. From Pasadena, you would pop on the 110. To go down. You can go around from the 5 and down. So it's about a good 11, well, maybe let's go 6 miles to maybe 15 all the way up to La Crescenta. And you're going to sit in traffic during prime time in the morning and the evenings if you work in downtown LA. And there are a lot of jobs in the downtown LA market. A lot of people that work there live outside in these cities and suburbs I'm showing you because they want to have homes that they can live on, so now they've got to drive. Now, I have to say the traffic is not as bad as it used to be now that a lot of people are working from home. But still in primetime traffic here in the morning, let's go between 6 and 9 in evening, starts around 4:30 till about 9:30. You're gonna set probably about 30 minutes up to an hour, depending. Now, because LA is not your typical city for shifts, there's like a first, second, third, fourth shift in town, which means that it's not all 9 to 5 workers. So that's why you're constantly having traffic here. That has been in the process of improving that with the train lines, the metro lines that have been going in, and they're expanding. All right, so let's go look at on the east area. And we are over in this area in the Rosemead, Monterey Park, Montebello area, Alhambra, Monterey Park. Monterey Park right here is a great little city. It's a very big, rich mix of ethnicities there. It is, they're known for a lot of events, such as the Lunar New Year's there. They have flea markets. It also in there is Temple City, like I said, Arcadia. It's one of the most diverse, as I said earlier, lots of cultural events. They have a market night there. It's just a great place. They have the Cherry Blossom Festival, and that all happens here in Monterey Park in this area. So now out here in Rosemead, very well-known area. Schools are good out in Rosemead. Very, very family-oriented out here as well. And as you can see, it's very close to Monterey Park and Montebello. The LA County Arboretum is located out here. And I will tell you that this area has a very large growth for the Asian population. So if you live out in these areas and you work in downtown LA, you're gonna come in this way. And I will tell you, traffic is still gonna be a little heavy, but on the 10 here, as you can see that through this area, through all my, let's clean that up so you can see it. On the 10 here, you do have the HOV lanes, and you also have the pass lane where as an individual, or if you don't have more than one person in your car, you can get the fast pass. I use it a lot, and get into downtown a little bit quicker. So this is probably no more than 11 miles from downtown LA. You're talking, 30, 35 minutes at the most. So let's move on down to our southern part. And here we are down in here around Linwood. Let's go, there's the Compton area, Bell Gardens, Commerce has a lot of casinos there. Here's Huntington Park area, Southgate. There are a lot in this area. There are a lot of commercial buildings, a lot of not just storage, but like this is where produce comes in and the trucks come in and pick it up to take it for delivery. You have Compton down here. We know what Compton's famous for. It is famous for the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus. It's where they grew up. Also, Dr. Dre is in the process of donating all the proceeds from one of his albums that is coming out because he's trying to build an art cultural center there. Let's see. The other thing about Compton is I believe it's one of 5 drive-through funeral homes. Believe it or not, look it up on the internet. A drive-by funeral home where they have the body absolutely outside, but it's in nice and it's fixed up, and you can drive through and do viewings. I know, LA, where else would it be but in LA? So if you're driving into town, you're working downtown, here you are. From these areas, you would come up the 110, or you would take the 5 and come in the back door to downtown LA. You're looking anywhere from, again, 5 miles to 15 miles. You're on the 110. You've also got those fast pass lanes as well, like the one on the 10 I was talking about. So you're looking anywhere in prime time traffic, your daytime and your evening traffic, 30 minutes to maybe 30, 35, 40 minutes. Let's go to the next one. All right, let's look at this area. It's called Inglewood, Hawthorne-Gardena. Inglewood, brand new home of the SoFi Stadium. That is where the LA Rams and the LA Chargers play. It is a beautiful stadium, opened 2 years ago, just had a Super Bowl there. Also in this area is the Forum. So the Forum was the former home of the Lakers basketball team, and now it's a lot of concerts. They have events there going on, and currently being built right now is the Intuit Dome. That's going to be where the LA Clippers play. What's going on also with this area right now is, as I said earlier, Metro was working on new rail cars into there, and I think there's going to be like 8 new lines coming through this area with a direct line to the LAX airport that should be finished, pretty soon within the year. This is in this area where the SoFi Stadium is. It's called Hollywood Park. There's a casino there as well. And this area is going to be, I think it's 200 acres. Let me look down here and make sure. It's 25 acres. It's not 200. It's 25 acres. There's going to be bike paths. There's going to be restaurants. There's going to be shops. YouTube is there. They've got a studio there. As I said, the SoFi Stadium's there. It's going to be a residential development. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, beautiful here. So it's really nice, and we're really looking forward to it. Used to be an area that was not so popular, but now it's just gone crazy. You've got the Hawthorne area down here, which is growing, in Gardena areas. Now, let's say you work in downtown LA. Again, little tougher to get to, kind of like the beach cities. You got to come along the 5 to the 10. Let me clear that. So from Inglewood, you would actually go up the 405 to the 10, or you would come over in Hawthorne-Gardena and all these areas, you'd come up the 110. So because of the fact that it's a little further right here, you're not right on top of a freeway, you're going to be looking, and you can see it's only not even 5 to 10 miles there. You're looking at a little bit more traffic because you do have to go further. The 405 here gets pretty gnarly in the mornings coming in, and pretty gnarly going out. The 10 usually don't hit traffic till about right in this area. It gets a little stuck right through here. So that's south of LA. Let's go down here to our beach cities. We have Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, and I can't draw. Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, and Hermosa Beach. Now, Redondo Beach right over here is very well known. Torrance is down there too. It's greatly known for their schools. Again, top-notch schools, above average. A lot of the homes in the Manhattan Beach, El Segundo, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, there's more condos there, and then there are single-family homes. Now, there's a lot of the properties that it's a standalone home considered a single-family home, but there may be 2 or 3 of those on one lot. Sometimes there's a small HOA there, but that's what you've got down here. Now, they all have a pier. Manhattan Beach has a pier, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach. A lot of times I will take the Bologna Creek bike path all the way from Culver City, and you can take it all the way through here. You don't even have to drive down there. It goes and ends right there in Torrance. Now, because of the fact that there's no major freeways near it, and you are close to the 405, and then you've got the 91 here, it is a little difficult to get to downtown LA if you work there. You hit the 91, you're going to go up here to the 110. Again, it does have that fast pass lane there. If you're here, you can come up the 405 all the way up and cut across. You can go through some back roads through here, but this is a very tough drive if you work downtown LA. Primetime traffic, you're going to talk 45 minutes and up. Just because of the fact that it's not right on top, doesn't have major access. You do have to go through some minor streets to get actually to one of the freeways. Let's go over to the west side. And here is the west side right here. And let's put Beverly Hills in there. You've got Culver City, Marina del Rey, Venice. Here's Santa Monica. Here's Pacific Palisades. You've got Brentwood here. You've got Westwood is where UCLA Hospital and UCLA campus are. You've got Culver City. Let me tell you about Culver City. Sleepy little town in years past. Now all of a sudden it is a very well-known town. And part of the reason is the schools. The schools again, kind of like Redondo Beach and La Cañada, top-notch schools. A lot of families live there. And a lot of our cities have immersion schools, but Culver City is known for their one immersion school that not only teaches Spanish and English, teaches Japanese. So you're really close to the beaches here. You got Marina del Rey Beach, you got Venice Beach here, you got Santa Monica Beach, you got the PCH here, which PCH is called the One, all the way through here. And as you can see, Malibu's right out here. Now, if you work in downtown LA from the west side, you just basically jump on the 10 and head down there. If you're in the Marina del Rey area, jump on the 91 or jump on the 405. It's a short drive to get to the 10 to get to downtown LA. And as I said earlier, primetime traffic, you're probably not going to hit it till about right there. Right in this area, it gets a little crazy. If you've got to come down the 405, let's clear that up here. So here's your 10 from these areas. Here's your 405 to the 10. Whichever way you're coming down and getting across, there's your 1, which is the PCH. So it's going to be a little gnarly on the 405 either direction that you come. The 10's not going to be so bad. When you're going in the mornings to work downtown, right here is about where you're going to hit traffic. And you're going to just kind of, it's going to move, but it's going to move really, really slow. But in between here, it's not bad. And then coming home from working downtown, it's really congested right in this area, but it does free up when you get in this area. But if you're going north on the 405, right here, or you're going south on the 405, it's ugly. And it's more ugly going south on the 405 than it is going north. You're talking primetime traffic, evenings, anywhere from 50 minutes and up. That's morning. Coming back, if you're on the 405, you're talking 45 minutes to an hour and up. If you're just along the 10 in this area or even in Santa Monica, you're probably talking about 30 minutes. Now, if you're going to go on out to Malibu, which is still considered West Side, it's going to take you much longer. There's one way, well, there's actually two ways in and out. Come down PCH, which is the 1, or you can go up the 405 on the 101 and come down through any of the mountains. It's tough. It's tough living there and getting to Malibu. It is part of the West Side, considered part of the West Side, but in the morning coming this direction out of Malibu, PCH is more congested than the 10 is. Going back, exactly the same thing. So you're talking from Malibu at least an hour, because it's, like I said, one way in, one way out that way, and most people aren't going to go up and come down because the 101 is really congested. Speaking of which, let's go up there. This is your valley area right in here. So you've got Studio City here, you've got Sherman Oaks, you've got Encino here. You have a lot of traffic coming from this area on the 101. That 101 gets really ugly during prime time. Most people hit the 101 to go to downtown. They come across, they'll either come down the 101 here into town, or they'll come across the 134 and hit the 5 and come on down to town. I'm going to tell you from the Sherman Oaks Studio City area, because you got a lot of side roads and a lot of land through here that does not have major roads on it. You're probably talking, let's go 30 minutes, maybe a little more than that, just give or take. But that's in your what they call the Valley. Hollywood's up there. Well, no, that's the Valley. That's up there above the 101. Here's where Hollywood is. Let's show you that. Here's your Hollywood area right there. So Hollywood, you're just going to jump on that 101 and come straight down if you live in Los Angeles. I mean, if you work in Los Angeles. So right next to Hollywood, you've got Griffith Park, where the observatory is. A lot of people go there on weekends because it's a big park. It's got hikes. It's got small, what is that, a merry-go-round. The observatory's there. I used to work for, volunteer at the Westside Shepherd Rescue, and on Sundays we would hike Griffith Park with the dogs. What a great outing that was. So that gives you an idea of why not to live in LA proper. You want to move here, but you don't want to live in LA proper, but you can live in one of these outside city suburbs surrounding, and that at least gives you an idea of where you want to go. And if you want more detail about any of these cities, just look for some more of the videos, because I do go into detail about the cities.